Welcome, parents, family members, Fremont Academy teachers and staff members, Councilwoman Elizabeth Ontiveros Cole, board members Dr. Perlman and Mr. Guzman, Dr. Barnes, and other honored guests to the class of 2017 graduation ceremony for Fremont Academy of Engineering and Design. My name is Elizabeth Harper, and I am the extremely proud principal of this exceptional group of graduates. Please note during this ceremony, we'd like you to remain in your seats for the audience members. We will have a camera up by the stage during the awarding of diplomas, so you should be able to have pictures at that time. We need you to remain in your seat, however, during the ceremony. The other thing is immediately following our ceremony, there'll be another graduation for the adult school. So we need to leave this venue in the same pristine condition in which we find it. So please, no throwing of confetti, silly string, anything like that at all, so that they're ready to go, because their ceremony begins about a half hour after we are done. So it is with my great pleasure I would like to introduce to you Fremont Academy's ASB President, Ms. Daniela Martinez Chavez, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem.
Good morning, everyone. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome, parents, family members, Fremont Academy teachers and staff members, Dr. Leslie Barnes, Mr. Frank Guzman, and Dr. Roberta Perlman. But most importantly, the distinct class of 2017. This year, I was given the amazing opportunity to serve as this year's ASB President. Becoming ASB President required a lot of hard work, determination, and motivation. Like last year's ASB President, I knew this position would be fun, but also required a new set of skills. This year, we established pep rallies and food carnivals. This is the 4th graduating class from Fremont, so it's nice to know that our class has set 2 new events that will continue long enough into the future. I couldn't have accomplished this without the help of our amazing cabinet. Being ASB President of the Being ASB President was not an easy task, but it sure is rewarding at the end. Most presidents of the United States are often relieved to be leaving office. I, too, feel relieved, but also very reflective of the great memories we made along the way. Seniors, we can officially say we did it. No more of those big packets from Mr. Arona and Duchesne's. No more essays from Ms. Baldwin. And no more labs to run, and no more equations from Mr. Lee. After years of being at Fremont Academy, we have become to an end. We are leaving to continue a new and exciting chapter in our lives. But the memories that we created will maintain in our hearts forever. We've all grown so much, and I want all of you guys to feel proud of yourselves. Throughout this high school experience, I have learned and experienced a lot of new things. I want to thank all my teachers for guiding and teaching us. I want to personally thank Ms. Nguyen for guiding me with the whole college application process. I was literally in her office like every day during sixth period. Thank you, Ms. Nguyen. I don't know where you are, but thank you. Okay. I want to also thank Ms. Maricela and Ms. Albert for always believing in us, for hosting one of the best clubs on campus. They are both always willing to help and give their time. To sum it up, I am just really thankful for all of my teachers and all their help. For the next couple of years, as we find our way, one question will keep coming back. Who will I be? Abraham Maslow once said, what a person can be, he must be. Who will you be? Will you be the one that gives hope when there's despair? Will you be the one who gives a helping hand to those stepping into quicksand? Will you be the person who lives a life of integrity or be drawn into self-indulgence? I implore all seniors here today to be someone so that when your tombstone is placed over your grave many years from now, they need two of them because they ran out of good things to say on the first one. As for me, I do not know who I will be or who I will become. But I hope it involves great memories and then some. I also want to thank my parents that are back there and all my family. I love you guys. Thank you for all your help. Thank you all for all your time, and congrats again to the class of 2017.
I'd like to take a moment to welcome a few additional honored guests. We have Councilman Rubio Gonzalez, who is here with us, our Superintendent Richard Martinez, and Administrative Director Fernando Mesa that I've seen, as well as a few Pomona Unified principals. Welcome. At this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you the salutatorian for the Fremont Academy graduating class for 2017, Miss Melanie Arauz.
All right. Good evening, dignitaries, families, parents, and lastly but not least, the class of 2017. I would like to thank all of you for being in attendance to this ceremony because you've all had a profound impact in the development of this graduating class. When I was first told I was going to have to write a speech, I sat myself down and said, okay, Mel, you can't procrastinate on this like almost all your other assignments. In fact, I joined a procrastination club, but every meeting was canceled. Mr. Duchesne's thought that January was a good time to start working on my speech. Fast forward, third week of April, and I'm actually finally putting my fingers to the keyboard. What is exciting about today is after today's ceremony, we will no longer have to say we are high school students, but rather high school graduates. Class of 2017, how are you feeling? Come on, you can do better than that. How are you feeling? That's more like it. Seniors, I want you to think back to 2013. Think of the emotions and thoughts you had as entering freshmen, whether it was being fear, excitement, worry, or anything in between. I can't speak on the behalf of freshman year for I returned my sophomore year, but I feel as if we all had similar experiences. During freshman year, most if not all of us had a nagging voice in the back of our minds that scary is a big, no, I messed that up, I'm sorry. That high school is some big scary monster and we're gonna be facing many obstacles, which actually is true because some of the teachers were monsters and their homework was definitely obstacles. But we learned to adapt to our surroundings and classes in the transition from middle to high school. We build bonds over time, whether being with teachers or fellow classmen. A lot of time, it's those unexpected friendships we've come to cherish and have a major impact in our high school experience. We've all made our squads, our ride or dies, and hopefully lifelong friends that we've throughout our experience in high school. Where am I? We faced obstacles that threatened to crush us, became professional procrastinators, overslept, underslept, or maybe didn't get any sleep at all trying to finish one of Baldwin's 5-page research papers. Okay. Seniors, a memory that I want all of us to remember and cherish is our first rally this year. Some were skeptical that it wouldn't end well for us because, well, we were having our first school event so late in the race. But I like to think most were optimistic, for there's nothing wrong in a healthy competition between classes. And seniors, let's face it, we completely annihilated the other classes. Although I'll never be able to hear a hand clap the same again, thank you, Mr. Deschaines. Where are you? Where is he? Thank you for that, for never letting me hear a hand clap the same ever again. I remember my older siblings and family members telling me that high school is going to pass in the blink of an eye, and me being doubtful, yet here we are at a graduation ceremony when it feels as if just yesterday I was working on my Oedipus Rex video for a campuses class with Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears as the main character. We had chosen the 2000s era. As time has passed, we've shaped ourselves into the people we are today, each one of us having our own unique personalities who are now moving on with life to bigger and better things. Oops. This evening, I'd like to share with you all the people that have kept me motivated and supported me to finish strong. I'm going to start with my mom. Mom, if you could stand up. Mom, ¿te puedes levantar? Hi, Mom. Thank you for continuously pushing me to do well and believing in me when I wasn't so sure about myself. No sé qué tan difícil era para ti para tener 3 trabajos y que voy a ser madre, pero te quiero decir gracias para seguir apoyándome a ser mi fan número 1. Te quiero mucho. I'd like to thank my older brother and sister. Throughout my high school experience, they both remained a solid figure in my life as role models. To me, my sister is like a second mother because she's always been the one I'd go for advice, whether it being school-related or personal. She's taught me the importance of education and how one can achieve happiness in life if they pursue something they're dedicated to. My brother has always been the one keeping me on track with my academic process, ranging from things like making sure I apply to the SAT on time and making sure I don't submit my college applications on the last day like he did. Lastly, I'd like to thank my nephew and my sister's dog, Minnie. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why is she thanking a dog? And well, the reason why is because she works as a great distressor when I'm feeling like up to the brim with homework and exams. So I'd like to thank her for that. Now, I know my nephew won't understand a word I say, but I'd like to thank him for changing my life so drastically. I'd like to thank him for motivating me to be the best aunt I could possibly be and being a role model for him in the future. I want him to look at me when he's older and say, hey, my aunt isn't half bad. Seniors, as I'm wrapping this up, I want to leave you with a few words. Whatever you decide to do with life, surround yourself with positive people who inspire you, motivate you, and challenge you. No matter how hard life may seem to get, don't give up on your dreams, for we are the future lawyers, doctors, political leaders, engineers, and scientists of the country. And finally, class of 2017, we did it.
At this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you our valedictorian for the graduating class of 2017, Ms. Enixe Aguilar.
Okay. Good evening and welcome, dignitaries, Fremont Academy's principal, Mrs. Harper, administration, teachers, staff, family, friends. And of course, the class of 2017. My name is Enixe Aguilar, and I am your valedictorian. Fellow graduates, before I begin with my speech, I'd like you all to know what a great gift it is to be prepared as we are. Okay. Here at Fremont Academy, we have received a great education thanks to our administration and teachers. This education puts us at a high advantage, since not all schools offer such opportunities like those that were provided to us. And whether you intend to continue your education or not, you will benefit from what you learned here. Thanks to everything we have learned, we are prepared to move on and take whatever challenges come next to our lives. Now, today, we celebrate an important moment, a moment that demonstrates that all our hard work has indeed paid off. We are here to celebrate all our achievements and accomplishments that transpired throughout our years here at Fremont, along with everything we overcame to come to this specific moment. We stand here on the premise of the future, a future that is no longer a distant reality, but a future that is now the present. I now ask you to think where you see yourself in the future. How will you leave your footprint into this world? Just note that when I say leave your footprint in this world, I'm not talking about a carbon footprint. We don't need any more of those because of global warming. When I ask you about leaving a footprint in this world, I am asking you, how will you change the world? Do you want to be remembered as the generation that could have done more, or the generation that did the most? We can't just live our lives watching things happen all around us. We must make things happen. As we embark into a new chapter into our lives, we must remember that even if we lack in confidence, we must succeed with competence. The future is in our hands. All of us have the chance to change the world of medicine, technology, education, fashion, science, theater, engineering, and definitely politics. We must overcome the stereotypes that come with our generation and make the difference. We can't allow past generations to label us. We must create a name for ourselves by the actions that we do. Pursue whatever it is that you want to do with your life. Pursuing what your heart desires is the only secret to happiness that I know. Except maybe love, that, and maybe having the amazing health insurance plan that our congressmen have. I'd like to take some time for my speech by giving thanks to my parents. Okay. My parents have been the biggest shapers of my future. Their struggles and sacrifices were all for their children, the first generation that will succeed and make them proud. First off, thanks to my mom. For being my biggest supporter in everything I do. She's never missed a single assembly, presentation, or school event. She's always there cheering me on. I'd like to thank my dad who is the most hard-working man that I know in my life. He is working hard nonstop. Because of him, I am the same way. My parents taught me that it's better to work hard 4 to 5 years with my brain than 40 years with my back. Gracias a my papá. Todo lo que hago, lo hago por ustedes. I'm thankful for the friendships that I have made at Fremont. Hopefully, they will last longer than our college loans. To conclude, I ask that when you leave here today, celebrate what you have accomplished, and that you look forward with an eye towards how you can be an inspiration to others. Congratulations, class of 2017.
I would like to take a moment to recognize the parents of our graduates. If you are a parent of one of our graduates, could you please stand? Parent or guardian of one of our graduates, please stand. Let's give it up to the first teachers of our students very first teachers. First and best teachers, thank you. Please have a seat. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize all of the Fremont educators or former Fremont educators in the room. If you are a Fremont educator, could you please stand? Come on, stand up. Yay. We've got a tremendous group of people here. Thank you. If you are a Fremont support staff member of any kind, could you please stand up? We want to recognize you as well. Yay! Thank you. And if you are a Pomona Unified educator, could you please stand if you are not already standing so we can recognize you for Pomona Unified? We have a number of principals in the room from our elementary schools that are here to celebrate as well. So I want to acknowledge that. So I'll begin my formal speech now, but I want to really see that we are a family and a community in a very unique way because we are all here for the success of our children. And our children are growing up, which is very exciting. So now I'll begin my formal speech. Welcome, Vice President of the Board of Education, Roberta Perlman, Board Member Frank Guzman, Assistant Superintendent, Chief Financial Officer, Dr. Leslie Barnes, Fremont faculty and staff, honored family and friends, the council people that we would like to introduce and recognize again, and our superintendent who is here as well, and our graduates of the Fremont Academy class of 2017. I'm very honored and proud to be the principal of this outstanding group of men and women. And I think you can see from the speeches that have already been shared what a quality, amazing, compassionate, dedicated group of youngsters, young men and women, now adults, that we are celebrating. They really stand out. And I'm hoping if you don't already know our kids, you'll know them, because these young people are going to be the leaders of tomorrow, and many of them will be leading within our community. So it's very important that we celebrate the achievements that they have made. What's really wonderful for me as the Fremont principal is I've known most of these youngsters since they were 12 years old, because they came to Fremont as 7th graders. And being the principal of a school that has students from 7th through 12th grade is an amazing experience where you really get to see how young people grow up. And I want to point out that in these years at Fremont, these graduates have accomplished some amazing achievements. Our students, our graduates, are the college and career leaders of the future. Our graduates have plans. Most of our students plan to attend college or university, whether that's UCLA, Cal Poly Pomona Department of Engineering, Cal State Fullerton, or Mount SAC. Yay! Many of our graduates plan to enlist in the military, whether the Navy, we actually have a submarine missile technician who will be joining very soon, the Air Force, or the Marines. Still others are entering additional training to become machinists and auto mechanics. Our graduates are ready. How are they ready? They're ready because they are risk takers. I mean, we have to remember, they entered an engineering high school that at the time they started had only had 3 other classes. We were brand new. And that's a risk, because what will it be like? But these young people took that risk. And what's important to note is not all of our graduates plan to be engineers. We're an engineering school, and we teach the engineering process where they learn persistence. In engineering, you design, you test, you fail repeatedly until the design meets the specifications. The quicker you learn what won't work, the quicker you'll learn what will. Fremont graduates don't give up. They keep on innovating the solution to the next problem. And the stories that our young people can tell you of the obstacles they have overcome, the obstacles they continue to face and still persevere through, are inspiring. I'm 51, and some of these obstacles I would have a challenge facing. But our youngsters have that courage and perseverance to pursue their plans. They keep on, whether it's school, whether it's work, whether it's relationships, or whether it's life. Our graduates are also ready because they've been very active in the community. This Fremont Academy graduating class, all but 2 completed 150 hours of community work through an internship program. This is the highest number of interns that we have ever graduated. Congratulations. Let's give them a richly deserved round of applause. Because you have to remember, when kids come to Fremont, they take the same graduating classes, the same A through G requirements, plus they take 4 years of engineering if they come in high school, and they have to do 150 hours of internships above and beyond. Picture for a moment, they're in school, they're working hard. They go home, they take care of family business, they do homework, and then they do their internship work. But what's most valuable about that is our youngsters know what it looks like in the world. Our students will be and are some of the most successful learners, professionals, because they already have done that work-based learning. And that's what sets us apart. The internships that they have experienced vary among different companies, universities, nonprofit organizations, community organizations. Completing your high school experience at Fremont truly means that you are college and career ready. Again, way to go, class of 2017. And in addition, this group of youngsters, young men and women, have continued the tradition of high performance. On our advanced placement exams, our college entrance exams like the SAT, their outstanding performance has helped Fremont to be recognized for the 2nd year in a row as one of the top high schools in California and the nation by U.S. News & World Report, earning a silver medal for the second year in a row, this time for 2017. Since we're a young high school, this is only our 4th graduating class, this is especially notable. Congratulations, class of 2017. Class of 2017, your courage, your persistence, your accomplishments inspire me. In the words of Oprah Winfrey, do the one thing you think you cannot do. Fail at it. Try again. Do better the second time. The only people who never tumble are the ones who never mount the high wire. This is your moment. Own it. Class of 2017, set your goals and let nothing stand in your way. I am deeply grateful and blessed to have the honor of being your principal. Congratulations again, Fremont Academy, class of 2017. According to the laws of the state of California and the regulations as established by the Pomona Unified School District Board of Education, I hereby certify that the Fremont Academy High School class of 2017 has met all requirements, and I present this class to you as candidates for graduation. I would like to introduce the Assistant Superintendent Chief Financial Officer, Business Services, Dr. Leslie Barnes.
Congratulations, class of 2017. We are so proud of you. It's been a lot of hard work, late nights cramming for tests, finishing projects, and somehow making sure you have a life in between all that studying. You have a right to take a deep breath and enjoy a bit of freedom before you dive back into those books when you go to college or start that new career. Even if you never set foot in a classroom again, you are never done learning. We are all lifelong learners. Learning is what makes us smarter, better, and wiser. You will learn from your experiences and from the good advice of others. Make your choices wisely. Learn to be kind. Whether you are a leader or a follower, learn to get along with others because we're all on the same team. Raise your voice for what is right and make a difference. Put all that you have learned to good use. Your family and friends and your teachers are also very proud of you. We know what it means to have come this far. You've proven that you have what it takes to succeed, and we know you have a bright future ahead. Someone once said, your future does not lie ahead of you, waiting to happen. It lies deep inside of you, waiting to be discovered. We wish you all the best as you set out on a lifetime of discovery. As Assistant Superintendent, and on behalf of the Pomona Unified School District Board of Education, I acknowledge that each of you has met the standards for receiving your high school diploma as set forth by the State Board of Education. I confer to each of you your high school diploma with all the rights, honors, and opportunities appertaining thereto. Now I'd like to ask Mr. Guzman and Dr. Perlman to come up and accept the class of 2017.
So I decided not to write a speech, but I decided I would leave you with 10 tips to ponder upon over the next few days and really over your lifetime. The first one, even in the most challenging times, never forget that you have a voice and the power to change things. Many of you are now 18 or going to be turning 18 soon, of voting age, so vote wisely. The second item, the longest distance between 2 points is a shortcut. Wanting something now means you'll probably pay later. Be willing to work hard, get dirty, and have blisters. Number 3, remember that you always have a choice, no matter what the situation. Number 4, be brave enough to say, I'm sorry, or I love you, or I forgive you. Number 5, success is not measured by your job, your education, or how much money you have, or what kind of car you drive, but rather it's determined by who you are, how you treat others, and how you lead your life. Number 6, show gratitude to all those people who have gotten you where you are today. Don't look down on anyone unless it's to help them up. Number 7, confidence combined with passion to make the world a better place can be a very positive force. Number 8, surround yourself with people who remind you of how amazing you are and avoid those who don't. Number 9, life doesn't always follow the plans that you made out for yourself. Be prepared for the highs and the lows, celebrate for the highs, and ask for help during the lows. And last, be kind to everyone, and hopefully in return they'll be kind to you. Robert Frost once said in this famous 2 roads diverged into a wood, and I took the one less traveled, and that has made the difference. But I encourage you not to be afraid to pave your own road. Lots have changed since he wrote this, and I am very aware of your capabilities and all that you've accomplished, and I am certain that if you want to pave your own road, you can do so. So on behalf of the Board of Education, and my colleagues, I gratefully and very honorably accept the graduating class of 2017. Congratulations.
We will now commence awarding of diplomas. I would like to introduce our 2 counselors, our senior counselor, Mrs. Natalie Nguyen, and our junior counselor, Ms. Lori Douglas, who will read the names.
Enixe Aguilar. Melanie Arauz. Daniela Martinez. Brandon Torres. Javier Tapia. Thalia Aguilar. Gabriela Saucedo. Martha Munoz. Erica Lopez. Rosa Campos. Miguel Aguayo. Leonardo Chavez. Jose Ceja Santana. Jose Castro. Jose Castellanos. Adrian Cardona. Anthony Carvajal. Jacqueline Barajas. Freddy Bañuelos. Astrid Avila. Diana Aquino. Saul Antolin. Jacqueline Alfaro. Viviana Andrete. Maria Chavez. Jonathan Espinosa. Samantha Figueroa. Brianna Flores. Christopher Flores. Alfredo Fonseca. Luis Franco. Eric Garcia. Neira Gonzalez. Daniel Hernandez Leon. Pablo Hernandez. Victor Hernandez. Destiny Hunter.
Hang on just a second. Sorry. Thank you. Raul Ragosa. Saul Paredes. Andrew Almos. Jessica Murillo. Cheyenne Martinez. Alexander Martinez. Ronaldo Marcelo. Miguel Madrigal Hernandez. Jonathan Macias. Amy Lopez. Giovanni Lomas. Arturo Lazaro. Gabriela Landon. Michael Ramirez Gonzalez. April Ramirez. Diana Ramirez. Maria Ramirez. Samantha Ramirez. Luis Robles. Jerry Rodriguez. Jessica Romero. Justin Reese. Andrea Salazar. Brianna Sanchez. David Sandoval. Lupe Sandoval. Cassandra Vega. John Valle. David Tovar. Arturo Torres. Adrian Tinero. Daniel Terrazas. Odalis Sosa. William Sillert. Robert Cerna.
Let's give it up one more time for the class of 2017. Yeah. So here's the really exciting part. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you the president of the Fremont Academy graduating class of 2017, Mr. Brandon Torres.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you just heard, my name is Brandon Torres, and I had the pleasure of being the senior class president of Fremont Academy for 2017. Before I begin, I'd like to welcome my fellow classmates, Fremont faculty, district dignitaries, parents, and other relatives here today at the graduation ceremony of Fremont Academy's class of 2017. More specifically, I'd like to recognize my family out there. I think they're over there. And if it wasn't for their continuous support, I would not be in this position today. Regardless of what I choose to do, they stand behind my decisions and do their best to support me in pursuit of my goals. Although far from being the biggest family, we are amongst the strongest out there, and I can only hope to make my mother proud and perhaps one day fill the shoes of my father. Now, it is nothing short of an honor to stand here before you and speak to all of you. When it comes to our accomplishments as a class, first and foremost, I'd like to address my cabinet and my experience of working with them. When word spread about my position as president at the end of junior year, there were very different mixed opinions about me. I'm willing to say at least half the class, if not more, didn't think the outcome would be positive, nor did they think I would take my position seriously. What they didn't realize is that I wasn't alone in this position as president. I came to be surrounded by some of the most hardworking and dedicated students within the ASB cabinet, as well as my own. That is not to ignore the fact that teachers like Mrs. Castro, Mr. Lee, as well as our advisor, Mr. Deschaines, also helped a great deal. Even then, there were other teachers as well as students from student government and the senior class that put forth time and effort to help whenever they could. We definitely had some great volunteers along the way. I'll be the first to admit, we didn't get off to a great start. Things were a bit unorganized and hectic, but somewhere along the way, we found our individual strengths and weaknesses. They'd catch me when I'd slip, and I did my best to do the same for them. And just after a few months of working with them, we set the bar as high as we could for the next graduating class of 2017. To name a few accomplishments, with a class of less than 100 seniors, we raised over $8,000 from fundraisers across the span of our senior year, which is the most a class at Fremont has ever made. Okay. Although only being the fourth graduating class, it's good to try and set the bar high every year, so hopefully from here on out, people will keep doing better and better. and Fremont continues to grow. Because of this, over half of our seniors attended grad night, which was Disneyland, without having to pay $1 out of pocket. Other students even attended prom free of charge as well. Others even got free yearbooks. We did well, we did well. It was a great team effort, but when we leave this building and the sun shines upon our face, it will be as individual adults. A new freedom for us is now outside those doors, and like high school, we will have successes and failures. But on the road to success, let your failures propel you towards your goals. I've learned to let each failure be a learning lesson and a stepping stone on the path to achieving my goals. In other words, if you choose to take the wisdom granted to you from your failures and use it to your advantage, your potential for success increases greatly. I can say with confidence that Fremont's ASB and class cabinet can both agree with this strategy is what led to our successes as a class whenever my secretary, Michael, would screw things up. Senior year has been a wild ride for all of us, but there are those people in our lives that make the ride bearable and worthwhile. There are 3 of these individuals who not only made this year possible, but memorable and enjoyable in the process. I'd like to recognize them individually. I could not have done what I did for this class without the help of my Vice President, Jonathan Macias, nor without the help of my Secretary, Michael Ramirez, even though I just made a joke about him. They stayed true to their positions and did everything they could to run the class behind the scenes, even when I wasn't around. And I can only be grateful for their help in doing so. This leaves one final person I need to mention, who is also in this room right now. This person was always there to listen when I needed to clear my mind, to give me advice, to encourage me when I'd lost motivation, and to lighten my mood if I was ever upset or stressed about school matters. This person helped me keep my sanity and kept me going senior year when the senioritis hit, and has been doing so for much longer than senior year, as a matter of fact. This person is also a graduating senior who will walk tomorrow at Diamond Ranch's graduation. She is none other than my girlfriend sitting over there. Raquel, if you'd please stand. I'm assuming she's over there. Is she over there? Where is she? She's over here. Over here. Wait. There she is. There she is. Okay. Fellow seniors, with my speech behind me, it is now my distinct honor for this final tradition as students from Fremont, our last lesson. Seniors, after 4 years, the time has come for you to move your tassels. Now, with a small prayer, if you wish, grab hold of your tassels. Or I'd actually like to ask all of you to stand. If you would grab hold of your tassels and move them to the left. Or try a second time. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2017.
We would like to ask parents, when you exit, if you could exit all the way out to the front and meet your graduates outside at the front. The graduates will walk out all the way to the front, and families, when you leave, if you could exit all the way out so we can leave the venue open for the next graduation. Thank you.